Hey everyone, welcome back to the Talisman Tavern, and I'm Glenn Monet, and boy do I have a video for you today. Before we dive in, full disclosure, I used AI to help rewrite my script in the hopes it might help blend my knowledge of Talisman with a more enjoyable tone. Mostly what they did was sprinkle in some, let's just call them lame jokes. So please enjoy the ideas provided, and if you can, ignore the dad humour. Now, if you're brand new to Talisman, here's the lightning fast version before we start talking monks and mayhem. Talisman is a fantasy adventure board game, first released in 1983, which is now in its 5th edition. You've got a big colourful board full of places to visit, monsters to fight, treasures to hoard, and other players to annoy. The goal? In the classic game, you would aim for Crown of Command in the centre of the board, and well, command everybody there to die. In 5th edition, the default ending now is obliterating the Elder Dragon to win. It's a wholesome family game. There's the physical version, a big beautiful board, chunky cards, and miniatures you can paint if you've got steady hands and lots of time to burn. And there's the digital version, 4th edition or classic edition, which is out on PC, consoles, and the 5th edition, which is currently on PC with console versions planned very soon. The AI in Digital Talisman is, let's just say, interesting. Now, should we do a whole video just about that? Let me know in the comments. A full history lesson of Talisman, including all the expansions, can be found on Jordan Sorcery's amazing 2-part video series, The History of Talisman. However, if you want a brief overview and learn how to play the Sorceress like a pro, then check out our How to Play Like a Pro the Sorceress video. Today though, we're focusing on one very specific robe-wearing, fist-throwing character, the monk. The monk first appeared in 1st edition. He stuck around in 2nd edition, skipped 3rd edition, not sure why, maybe someone could tell us in the comments below, then returned in 4th and 5th editions. 3rd edition was a bit weird anyway, so we're not really that surprised. Over the years, the monk's stats have mostly been consistent. Strength 2, Craft 3, Lives 4, Gold 1, and by the time we got to 4th and 5th editions, a Fate of 5. And before we get into the big strategy stuff, let's do a quick synopsis of what the monk can actually do. 1. Adds their craft value to their current strength for battle. This means from round 1, the monk is already punching well above his weight, literally. 2. When praying, they can add 1 to the dice roll. That's small, but the advantage really stacks up over time. 3. Hardly a power, more of a disadvantage. The monk cannot use any weapon or armour in battle. And yes, that's a big weakness, but later, we'll see how we can work around it. Here's the deal. The monk has often been misplayed since the 80s by a lot of us players. Many players forget it's the starting craft value of 3 which adds to the strength during battles. That's a +3 bonus which never changes no matter what items you get or even how much you level up your craft. So even if your craft increases later, your original +3 to strength doesn't. Ultimately, this still makes the monk a powerful brawler from round 1. 2 strength plus 3 craft equals 5 in battle right off the bat. But remember, you cannot use weapons or armour, and about 1/6 of the adventure deck is weapons or armour. So don't chase them like a squirrel chasing a nut. They're useless for you. What the hell was that? That was an AI joke, by the way. I'm not responsible for that one. In the early game, you want to pray whenever possible. Fight as many strength enemies as possible. Build your strength fast. Use your fate to win those important first battles if needed. Visit the ruins or the oasis, forcing you to draw 2 adventure cards. And even if you manage to get into the middle region early, aim for the Hidden Valley, where you can draw a whopping 3 adventure cards. May the luck be with you on the card draws. Gather gold and use it to maintain your health if you're not near to the chapel or you've been turned evil at the village mystics. And please watch out for early game pitfalls. The Hag removes your ability to gain future followers, and followers are one of the very few ways that the monk can build momentum throughout the game. The Blade Sharp spell. This spell can only be used on a weapon when you use it to battle with strength. So you basically can't use it. So watch out for it. It could very easily spell lock you against gaining future spells. One of the very few ways to remove it in 5th edition is at the Arcane Archive, found only in the Frostmarch expansion, or of course visit the city in the 4th edition to sell the spell. Sell the spell! The monk shines with a few key objects and followers. Find the cross. Lets you go to both the chapel and the graveyard and kill spirits early, so if we're hanging around the bottom half of the board, we can negate that loss of life through unlucky dice rolls. The Horn of Summoning. This object taps into the very essence of snowballing your monk's power levels. Blow the horn and attract close by enemies for you to fight. Choose the easy ones at first, progress onto the harder ones later. No one will know what hit them until it's too late. Ice Fang, Sword of Light, Banesword, heck, even the Skull of Wonders of use if you become evil. All of these boost craft during psychic combat. These weapons are like cheat codes to help alleviate the monk's biggest weakness. Alchemist Follower turns weapons and armour you can't use into gold while nerfing other players. This is both enriching for you and funny to do. The Warhorse stacks with your craft bonus. You can hit with a +6 in battles with this follower, which is insane. The Slayer Follower allows you to draw 1 more adventure card than required, and this means more encounters with enemies, hopefully. Psionic Blast or Psionic Might in 5th edition. Just like the Warhorse, this spell stacks your craft bonus along with your monk bonus and the Warhorse bonus, so if you have all 3 at your disposal, that's a +9 in battles to your strength. This is an Elder Dragon breaking advantage. Poltergeist Follower. Excellent if you're positioned near a place to pray, like the temple or the shrine. Use it consistently to power up until you are ready to cut this follower loose. The Mule. This follower obviously is a must for all characters wanting to get ahead, but this hardy little beast will allow you to cut lots of unusable objects around the board, denying them from your opponents up until you reach the Alchemist, where you can alchemize them to a chorus of screams and crying. Beautiful. Going evil in the village isn't always that bad. You won't lose a life in the graveyard, plus you will fully refill your fate in 4th edition and gain just 1 fate in the 5th edition. Or you can pray to increase fate and spells. But avoid this if a sorceress is also on the field, because she steals followers of evil aligned characters with absolute ease. Natural enemies, the sorceress of course, and all spellcasters in general. But here's the cool thing, your fighting ability is independent of landing on another character. That means from round 1, you can take on trolls and even survive an assassination attempt or 2. The monk is mostly a strength-based character, so in the inner region, take the strength route. Your high fate means you have a better chance than most to move quickly. Steady fighting and using your god-given fate is your bread and butter here. So let's recap. Powerful from round 1 with a starting craft plus strength in battles, excellent early game potential with massive amounts of fate. Pray early and pray lots. It's a small advantage to begin with, but used plentifully, it will become a super power. The monk, oh my god, the monk dominates monsters without relying on weapons or armor to do so. It's weak against the sorceress and spellcasters and certain events, but strong otherwise. The monk is actually a great first time player character. Just be aware that a lot of the easy to obtain objects and upgrades aren't available to you. And remember, patience and smart praying makes all the difference. So that's it, play the monk like a pro. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button and subscribe for more Talisman strategy. And let me know in the comments if you want a whole video on digital AI in Talisman. Trust me, it's a real story. Until next time, keep your fists up, your prayers higher, and may your strength always trump your craft. See you out there.